Iran just did what no country has done in decades, and America has no answer. Okay, Trump said, and I quote, "They'll be licking my boots by day 2. That was 28 days ago. We are on day 28, and Iran is still shooting. So either Trump is a genius playing 4D chess that none of us can see, or he wildly spectacularly miscalculated. And I have receipts. Welcome, let's talk about the most important war nobody's explaining properly. Now, here's what the media keeps getting wrong. Every headline says, US strikes Iran. Clean, simple, makes America sound like it's in control. But here's what's actually happening on the ground. Iran has shot down, depending on who you believe, somewhere between 13 and 20 American aircraft. F-16s, F-35s. These are not cheap toys. An F-35 costs $100 million per plane. And here's the kicker. At the start of this war, the entire Western media consensus was Iran has no credible air defense. Bro, if they have no air defense, how are they turning $100 million stealth jets into very expensive rubble? The answer is complicated, embarrassing for Washington, and involves Russia, because of course it does. Here's what reportedly happened. Russia flew in 4 S-400 batteries on the world's largest cargo aircraft, the AN-124. This thing is so big it makes a 747 look like a Toyota Camry, and the S-400 is the same system that makes NATO generals lose sleep. Range of 400 kilometers, can track 80 targets simultaneously. The US literally sanctioned Turkey for buying it, and now Iran may have it, pointed up at American jets. Add to that something called manpads, shoulder-fired missiles with next-generation flare filters. What does that mean in English? Normally, when a fighter jet gets locked on, it fires flares, little decoys that say, "Hey missile, look over here." These new Russian design filters don't fall for it. The missile goes, "Nice try, buddy," and keeps going. So when you see another F-35 going down on your timeline, that's what's happening. But here's the story that's getting buried, and this one hits your wallet directly. Yes, yours. The Strait of Hormuz, 20% of the world's oil passes through a strip of water that Iran now controls. Before this war started, Iran didn't dominate it. Now, military analysts are openly saying it's theirs to block whenever they want. India gets 50% of its oil from the Gulf, Japan, South Korea, most of Europe. They're all feeling this. One gas facility in Qatar, the Ras Laffan complex, took a hit. Experts say it will take a year to 18 months to come back online. And here's where it gets personal. India was buying discounted Russian oil at $6 a barrel. Today, some estimates say we are looking at $138 a barrel for alternatives. That's not a number. That's a body blow to every middle-class family whose grocery bill is already out of control. Economists are not being dramatic when they say a global recession is coming. They're just doing math. Now, Trump is reportedly moving towards sending ground troops, 10,000 more soldiers, because apparently what the situation needed was more escalation. Here's a plan that's floating around. Capture Karg Island. It handles 90% of Iran's oil exports. Realistic logic, if you own the port, you own the country. Trump literally wrote about this strategy in a 1988 op-ed. He's been workshopping this idea for 27 years. But here's the problem, and every former US military commander from Mattis on down is screaming this. Karg Island is 17 kilometers from Iran's coastline. Iran has 600,000 active troops and 2 million in reserve. It's mountainous terrain, and you want to hold it with 11,000 soldiers? Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea. The pattern is always the same. America wins the first 3 weeks and then gets stuck for a decade. The generals know this. The history knows this. The only person who apparently doesn't know this is the guy making the call. Hey, here's what this war is actually about, and nobody wants to say it plainly. It's a test. Is the war going to be unipolar? One superpower that does whatever it wants to whoever it wants, or multipolar, where you actually need alliances, diplomacy, and something resembling rules. Russia, China, and Iran have decided to answer that question together. And whether you like those 3 countries or not, the answer they're forcing Washington to confront is you can't just bomb your way to dominance anymore. The cost of this war isn't just measured in jets and soldiers. It's measured in oil prices, inflation, global supply chains, and the retirement savings of people who have nothing to do with any of this and just want cheaper groceries. Look, I'm not here to tell you Iran is a good guy. I'm not. Nobody in this war is a good guy. But I'm here to tell you that the story of being sold, clean, simple, America is winning is not the story that's happening. 28 days in, planes down, oil prices exploding, no exit ramp in sight. The least we can do is understand what's actually going on. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.